sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. I've been waiting on the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. On the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. I've been waiting on the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. On the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. I've been waiting on the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I I gotta deal with two for 5 years. I want my mama. I want my mommy. I want my mommy. 5 years. Pull it together. Pull it together. You gotta go live. People waiting on you. Pull it together. Pull it together, TD. Pull it together. Okay, you can do this. Put your straight face on.
Hello, welcome to TDPHINSTALK, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. What's up? What's up, everybody? Yeah, everything's okay. Uh, yeah. Hey guys, we got breaking news. The Miami Dolphins picked up Tua's fifth-year option. Oh man, was that a good intro, y'all? Y'all like that intro? Hey man, you know your boy got to make you laugh. On Twitter, they said TD somewhere crying right now, so I had to give you the tears. I had to give you the tears. All right. Did I do real good in my crying my crying? Y'all rank me 1 to 10. Did it sound like a real cry? Did it sound like it? Did I put the good sound effects calling for my mama and stuff? Did it work? Oh man, okay, man. Griffin Gaming already in here with the donation. Lord. Oh man. He said, I'll be honest, Tua's 5th year being picked up is the least surprising thing the Dolphins did. I called this months ago. I'm more interested in the contract Miami has reworked and now being 9th in cap space. If you've been a subscriber of this channel for a while, you know that this 5th year option isn't a surprise. You also know it's no surprise that I didn't think they should pick up the 5th year option, but I repeatedly told y'all last week they're going to pick it up. Not only are they going to pick it up, you might want to watch out for a potential long-term deal as well. So again, if you're a subscriber of this channel and you watch this channel, this ain't news to you. You should have already known that this would be coming. Because I had already told you all Chris Greer sold out, and basically it's all Tua at the end of the day, and I think that is really one of those things where nobody can hold anybody accountable because they all know where the bodies are buried in so many different ways. So it is what it is. So we're going to talk about what the 5th option means, though. There's still no guarantees with the Miami Dolphins and Tua. That's what people need to understand. The only way you really get true guarantees is if you actually work out a long-term deal. Picking up the 5th year option just gives you cap flexibility in the future just in case you want to do a long-term deal. It also gives you a 2-year cushion for just hypothetically. I don't think this is going to happen either. But say you wanted to trade Tua. Now the team that's taking him on has more flexibility. Say, for instance, the Ravens. If you want to trade straight up with Lamar Jackson, Tua, and add a few first-round picks, now they have the flexibility with 2 years. So even things like that can't be ruled out, even though me personally, they're going to move forward with Tua. It just gives you a lot of flexibility when it comes to the cap and the future. But I think that this team is serious. Finally, I will say 3 years later, I think they're finally serious about saying, hey, you know what? At the end of the day, screw it. Let's ride this till the wheels fall off. And if we fail, ain't none of us going to be here anyway. If we succeed, we all going to look like geniuses. So let's go. And that's exactly what it is. So Tua is the guy right now, unless something changes in the offseason in a major trade. And you got to look at it like this too. They were, like I told y'all before, they were going to do this. At the end of the day, they were going to do this. If they knew they were going to go into year 4 with Tua anyway, they had to take the chance and go ahead and throw year 5 in there, because hypothetically, if he does ball out and become like this all-time great this season, now they have a full year of $24 million that they have flexibility into making a long-term deal. I just personally feel like they might even do a long-term deal even before that. And at the end of the day, the most important thing that you all need to know about this is that this is it. The Miami Dolphins, they're basically saying this is it. If this process fails, it's 2025 rebuild. If this process fails, it's 2025 rebuild. We literally, in less than 24 hours, accumulated over $50 million in cap space. Now, 37, 36 available now, but when it's all said and done, we got over 50 million in cap space. And they're about to, I mean, like I said, if you watch this channel, nothing should be surprising to you right now. I told y'all last week they're going to pick up the 5th year option. And I also told you last week they're about to go big wheel hunting and get all the best free agents. We're about to see the best team that we've had in a very long time, ladies and gentlemen. I told y'all that last week. We're about to see the best team that we've had since you can remember. Some of you probably wouldn't remember a team this good with talent on the roster. So with all that money, they're about to go spend it. Now, it does get a little complicated, though, and we'll talk about that later this evening. With spending the money and spending it, it does get a little complicated. What up, T Rich? I know T Rich happy. Ronnie in the building. TDU called it. Everything they are doing is exactly what you said. I mean, honestly, it ain't even me calling it. It's kind of like common sense. It's kind of common sense. When they said that we would not be pursuing a quarterback, you knew, hey, they're going to pick up the option. They're going to pick it up because at the end of the day, I keep on trying to remind you all, any move from Tua or any trade or any non-committal to Tua is an admission of failure of the rebuild. And Chris Grier can't afford that. Everything's riding on him. Ross had a choice to make Grier or Flores, and he picked Grier. So Grier, he has to do what he has to do. If Tua doesn't work out, that's an admission of guilt of Grier, and he's going to be gone. So he has to ride the Tua wheels until they fall off. So it is what it is. But you know what? I think this is important for us to now talk about what the Dolphins need to do, right? To put everything around him so that we could see the miraculous happen. So we could see the Flacco Super Bowl. So we could see those type of things happen. Because Tua is not one of the elites in the league, no matter how much people want to sell him to be. But now we need to focus on how can we recreate a super team around him so that he looks super. And it's ain't about proving whether or not he's super either way. Man, let's win a Super Bowl. Ain't got to go back and forth to whether he is super or not. Let's get everything we possibly can around him. Everything. So that he could be the first version of himself. And we can try to go for a Super Bowl with him. Because like I've been told y'all, if we do win a Super Bowl with him, put the trophy on the premises, bigger than Dan Marino's. Make sure it's looking down at Marino and Marino's looking up at him. And then go ahead and undo that 13 and give it to him if he want it. That's what it's about. But at the same token, if it fails, it's just terrible, man. It's terrible. If this whole process fails, it's just bad because it is inevitable rebuild in 2025. Tyreek, they will not carry that salary in 2025 if it fails. Armstead is gone. Just about almost everybody. And the crazy thing is we've already set ourselves with these restructures. 2025 is going to be crap anyway. When you restructure Armstead, Tyreek, and those guys, I'm waiting on the details, but all they're doing is cooking the can down the road. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's more the reason why they picked up the 5-year option, because it is a 2-year window. This year and next year. It is a 2-year window. And we have to win a Super Bowl or it's officially bust. This ain't no team anymore after these free agent acquisitions where you could say, well, we went to the AFC Championship game 2 years from now and that's satisfied, because you ain't going to be able to afford the team anymore. You're not going to be able to afford it anymore. Last year, I told y'all with Buffalo, before the season started, around this time, I said Josh Allen money kicks in. The next year, I told y'all they wouldn't have any money to make. So they were Super Bowl or bust. So now that you lost underwhelmingly and you really don't have any capital to make any real good changes to make it better, now you're in a repeated state of trying to do the same thing over and over again. The Miami Dolphins have 2 years before we go into that cycle. We got 2 years, this year and next year, to win a Super Bowl, nothing less, or it is a complete failure. Now, truth be told, You want to make progress. You want to try to reduplicate it. If it does fail, nothing's guaranteed. It's going to be hard as heck to get it done because all these teams are getting better around you too. But this is what you signed up for. And I always tell people, no matter how good of a team you build, you're always going to come up in the playoffs against another team that built their team just as good. And it's going to come down to the quarterback position. And that's where our guy is going to have to step up and be the guy he needs to be so that he can get a long-term deal. So, again, we knew this was going to happen, but at the same token, now it's another restarted clock. This is a whole new restarted clock. That's all it is. Now, I know that I don't know if they're going to offer an extension or not, unless it's dirt cheap. But I'll be interested to see if they offer an extension, if he takes one or not, or if he bets on himself. That'll be interesting as well. Because if you got a chance, you at least try to offer an extension. Let me read some of these donations. Slaw said, dang, so that means all the cap space we created must be for Henry or hopefully O-line, but was praying we was going to get Lamar Rodgers. It's over. Well, I mean, it's not over. I'm going to tell you now, they're going to stick with Tua. But again, say they were going to get Lamar and the Ravens say they wanted Tua in exchange. Miami would have had to pick up his fifth-year option because the Ravens would want those guarantees. The team you're traded to can't pick it up. Only the team that drafted you can pick it up. So we're not going to trade for Lamar. We're not going to trade for Rodgers. But if they were going to, they would pick up the fifth-year option. So it's not like that surprise still can't come. I highly doubt it. But you're going to pick up the fifth-year option if you're going to trade him because the next team needs that option picked up to work his new contract for it to be favorable for them. Okay? It's just like Lamar. That's why everybody keeps saying you don't even have a first-round pick. Shut up. You don't need a first-round pick to get Lamar. You don't, well, as far as the tender, you don't have to exercise the tender. Lamar can just sign his franchise tender with the Ravens, and then the Ravens can just straight up trade him because nobody offered it. 5 days later, when he's now under that tag, the Ravens can trade him for whatever deal they want to work. It doesn't require you to put the 2 first-round offers. That was just for if a team wanted to swoop in and try to outbid them. But it doesn't look like that's going to happen. So here's what's going to happen in that situation. Lamar is either going to not sign it and request the trade. And when they decide to trade him, if they don't give him the money he wants, and if they decide to trade him, then he will sign it. And then the new team will have that $34 million right this year and give him a long-term deal and make it flexible. So it's a lot of things with these that people don't understand. So picking up the fifth-year option actually doesn't even guarantee Tua being a Dolphin. He could get traded. Just because you pick up a fifth-year option, you can get traded. I mean, that's no difference. But like I said, it's highly likely the Miami Dolphins are going to stick with Tua for the 5 years unless he's just absolutely a train wreck this year. And the sad thing is, if he is a train wreck or he gets hurt again, now you can't trade him and you're on the hook anyway, unless you're trying to eat that cap. So a lot of things still unseen, but I think the route that we go right now is putting every single thing that you possibly can around Tua Tagovailoa. Give him the best version of a team that he will ever see in the NFL. And if he can't get it done with that, then we failed. It's that simple. We finally come up to the crossroads where we're on the clock. And in this first year, we don't have to win a Super Bowl this year, but you got to at least go to an AFC championship. You don't have to win a Super Bowl next year. You got 2 years to win this chip. You don't have to win it all this year. AFC championship would still be a success, even though I got higher expectations. But as far as trying to knock what the Dolphins do, the AFC championship would be good enough even if you lose. But at the end of the day, you got to win a Super Bowl within the next 2 years. And at a bare minimum, you got to make the Super Bowl within 2 years. You can't be like Buffalo and just, keep on having a 1 or 2 round success and then out. That's still no good. It's still no good. I'm having a Dolphins garage sale at my house. Tua gear not available after the 5th year. But y'all crazy, man. Glenn McPherson just sent the super sticker showing love. Appreciate you, homie. Thank you for the love. Dominic said, to be honest, we are only ever going to be good or decent team with Tua. It's sad. Great teams win playoff games and elite teams win Super Bowls. To be honest, Miami is just a good team. Let me tell you what I am scared of. Again, I'm gonna hope for the best that we get everything around him and hope that we could just outduel every team this year, make the playoffs and win a Super Bowl or go far. I'm gonna be optimistic about that because I'll discuss that in a moment. But TD, we are doomed. We won't trade him. We are stuck with like Chuck. Oh man. Listen, let me say this. I've been on record saying this right when we drafted Tua. I just didn't think it was possible, but it might be possible. Let me tell you what I said. I said Tua is not a franchise quarterback. If you want to win a Super Bowl with Tua, you're going to have to put absolutely everything around him. You got to have a top 5 defense. You got to have a top 5 running game. You got to have one of the best O-lines in the league. You have to have everything around him. And my argument was that's not realistic in the NFL. And here we are with about $40-something million when Byron's kick on to be over 50. And looking at our team now, I truly believe we can strategically, if we do this right, we can put everything around them. We ain't got to get the best right tackle, but you can get a 15th ranked right tackle instead of the 38th we got now. You see, and by the way, y'all come check me out in about 30 minutes. Matter of fact, I'm about to end this stream soon. I'll be on Bleacher Report. Hold on. Doug just sent me something. Nice. I think we can put everything around them. Now they're screwing up our books for 2025 and 2026. I'm telling you now. Our cap in 2025 and 2026, y'all will see then how we scratching our head. But for these next 2 years, the cap we've cleared, I truly think in free agency, we can go get about 7 quality players and load this team and have literally everything around them. We can go get a tight end. We can get a left guard. We can get a right tackle, another running back, a linebacker, a corner, a safety, and we done. Maybe an extra linebacker as well. And then add the little small depth pieces. But when you got 50 million, and just say that you got to take about 32 of that to in free agency because you still got the draft and stuff, I think you can. I think we can put everything around them. Now, we still got to hope everybody stay healthy, which sucks because we got a lot of people that don't have a track record of it. But from the initial surface, we can put everything around them, y'all. I think we can. It only lasts for 2 years, but we can. And if you riding with them, let's go. Let's go for broke. Make sure that you get this right. Because I ain't got no faith in you in the draft. But make sure you get this right. Tua can stay healthy. We spend all this money to give him best team ever. He goes down or chokes in a big game like he does. We wasted our Super Bowl window. But that's what again, it's ride or die now. Hey, TD, love your show. Like you said, it's Tua time. Yeah, it's ride or die. At the end of the day, we can keep crying about it. I'm going to still low-key in the back of my heart hope a big trade come and we shocked. But at the end of the day, if it don't, it's ride or die. It ain't no different from every Sunday. I tell y'all, I remind y'all all week Tua flaws, but on Sunday it's Tua time. Unfortunately, by the end of most games, I'm yelling about them, but still, it's ride or die. Kicking money down the road, Greer trying to force Tua to be elite. McDaniel ain't a real head coach. Just Greer, do it, boy. Just Greer, do it, boy. Hate to be negative, but this is a ticking time bomb. Shaking my head. But you know my motto. You know what I stand for over here. What do I always tell y'all? Time will tell. Time will tell. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I got to be 100% honest with y'all. I didn't think we should pick up the fifth-year option because I didn't care if he did ball out this year. Give him the big contract. I would have gave Lamar the big contract, but I would have waited to see that first. But they're going ahead and doing it anyway. Hold on. My bad, y'all. That's Bleacher Report reaching out. But anyway, at 3 p.m., y'all got to come check me out. I'm about to do a live show on Bleacher Report at 3 o'clock about what I would do in free agency. My 3 top free agents that I would get. And it's all Tua-centric. It's all about what they need to do for Tua in these critical years. So Bleacher Report, if you don't have the app downloaded, I will be live. I'm at 4 o'clock. Why am I saying 3? My bad. 4 o'clock. I'll be on Bleacher Report at 4 o'clock. Let me make sure I got the link. Yeah, I got it. I will be on there. I want y'all to come through and hear what I got to say about what I would do in free agency around this team. TD booting up the time machine. But no, real talk. It's a little plan that I came up with of what I would do for this team with the assumption that we were moving forward with Tua anyway. So y'all come through on Bleacher Report again at that time. 4 p.m. in just a little bit. If y'all new to the channel, subscribe right now to TD Fans Talk. We got 500 people up in here. I know it. I know y'all Bills fans. Y'all get out of here. Bills fans everywhere talking about Bills, Patriots, and Jets fans are celebrating right now, which is embarrassing. They feel this is a win for them. This is why I be like, man, Tua, I just play amazing. Like, play lights out all season. Like, be the MVP. Be a great. Get the 6-year, $500 million, whatever contract. Just do it. So all of them will shut up, including me. Like, that's all. We want assurances. You know, it's been 3 years of hope, and the people that's been hopeful have been wrong, and they still holding out for it. And now we all have to. Now we all have to be hopeful. We all got to be hopeful. Come on, just shut everybody up, especially me. That's all I've been waiting on. Shut me up. Matter of fact, make me talk louder, but in the opposite direction. Tua can't stay healthy. We spent all this money to give him best team ever. He goes down, he chokes. Wasting. I already read that. Already read that. Making sure I got everybody's super chat. All right, but anyway, sorry y'all. Let me go ahead and get ready for the Bleacher Report stream. So y'all come over there, hang out with your boy, because the my haters always show up to my Bleacher Report appearances. This is like my 8th Bleacher Report appearance in a few months, and they always show up. Why do y'all have him on here? You should use other people. Man, the question is, who will our backup QB be? Shaking my head. Tua for president. Let's go. Let's go. Let's do it, all right? Hit the like button. Let your friends and family members know about the channel. If you're new, subscribe now. We're almost at 24,800. We're trying to push for that. So subscribe right now if you can. If you aren't subscribed, let your friends and family members know about us. It's your boy TD Fans Talk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. I love y'all so much. Peace. I will see y'all on Bleacher Report in about 23 minutes. Bleacher Report, I don't have a link. I have my own link to do my stream and do my job. But you just got to go to Bleacher Report app. If you're signed up under the Dolphins, it'll pop up for you, the notification. You'll see it on that front home page. So check me out on Bleacher Report in about 22 minutes. See you soon. Peace. I'm out.